Well, I am all sorts of late this Tuesday, but hello everybody, what's up? Um, it's a little echoey here. I don't know if you noticed, but I am officially coming at you from a completely different location, and this is my office, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna have to figure out this whole decoration situation, so that hopefully the echoing will stop because it's number one, it's already weird hearing yourself talk, but now that I'm hearing myself talk and I'm hearing myself echo, kind of weird, kind of weird. Y'all obviously got here before me. Swamp Dog, what's up? Josiah, hello. Colton, glad you're on here. Max, Charlie, a lot of people on here already. And my chair is squeaking. Okay, well, it's the first night in the new office, and maybe a little bit premature, but I decided that I needed to go ahead and um, come to y'all live from this room because I decided that y'all were going to start not believing that I actually had an office because I'd come at you from my living room for a couple months, and then I stole my husband's office for a few weeks, and then last week I was in Myrtle Beach, so I was coming at you from Ben and Gabby's house, which was lovely of them to let me do that. And yeah, I am way late. I saw a comment about being later and later. Adam, yeah, I am way late tonight. Mostly because I was trying to like clean this place up just a little bit, even though you can't see it. I didn't realize you wouldn't actually be able to see it. But we just got my desk put together, which I may try to figure out how to show y'all. But right now I've got show and tell spread out all over it, so little crazy in here tonight. But yeah, so I mean, I guess that's my first major update is I have an office. I've got my own space. It's a giant. Well, it's not giant. It's an empty room. It's a good amount of space for an office, I think. And right now it has half of a desk built. And that's a story for a minute because somehow or another, the one half of my desk, I'll just show you, it's a little messy in here. One half of my desk ended up not coming with the tool, or not the tools, but the screws and whatever else, all the little things to put it together. And we looked everywhere. So we were like, maybe I stuck it somewhere else. But no, it actually got here without all the screws and nuts and bolts and pieces, parts. Usually you put things together and you come up with a little bit of extra here and there, and you don't know which piece you forgot to put on. This time I couldn't put any of the pieces together because I got none of the screws, none of the bolts, none of the nuts. This is crazy. How's a Tic Tac tree? Oh, the TikTok tree. Sorry, Max, you confused me for a second. It is still ticking and it is still talking. I am trying to figure out who to call. Maybe $100 Stan, see if he can come and take that tree out for me. Because if it's not $100 Stan, I'm going to end up calling the other tree company that I've used the last 2 times and get a bunch of the pines down, so I don't end up with more TikTok trees that I have to remove at a later date. But yeah, so it's still ticking. It's still talking. The tree that I planted next to it died. I don't know if you were on here last week and heard that update, but yeah, gardening has not been the best these last 2 weeks. Aside from my prized tree that I was so excited to plant that ended up dying, I also got into yellow jackets, which I updated y'all on last week. Another update on that. I have retaliated. They're not gone. They're not completely dead. They actually just moved spots, but I spotted their new spot. So got to take care of that tomorrow. But I will win this war. Right now it's 1-1. Yeah, well, I am going to try not to move very much tonight because this chair is squeaking. I am in my new office, but I did steal Chad's chair. So that is my next big thing I'm going to get myself is some sort of chair for this office. I wasn't really planning on getting anything fancy, and then I went to Forge Relations' office in Myrtle Beach last week, and they have all of these. What kind of chairs are they? Anybody a gamer on here? Y'all know gamer chairs? Anybody? Because I completely forgot their name. Anyway, I wasn't gonna get a fancy chair, but then they all had these really fancy chairs, and Maggie was a beautiful woman and let me steal her office while she was out of town last week, and I used her chair, and I kind of want one. So I will, I'm going to ask y'all if y'all have any office chairs that you would highly recommend, please let me know. If not, I'm probably going to splurge on this crazy expensive chair that I think I need now that I tried one. It's a write off, right? It's a write off. Gotta have good back support for sitting in chairs all day. Anyway, I cannot remember what they are though. That's gonna bother me. I like comfortable lawn chairs. Me too. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna read some of these comments and then I'm gonna get into my list of updates. And then, is anybody interested in the show and tell? Because I don't really have a whole lot of updates for you, but I do have a whole lot of show and tell. Secret Labs. That's what it is. Thanks, Colton. I don't know why I could not remember that name at all. It completely blinked, but that's kind of how Tuesdays go from time to time. Anyway, found out a belt that I'm wanting to check out in person sometime. Russian SG43. Cool. Well, do you know anywhere to check one of those out in person? So missing hardware. Yeah, missing hardware for my desk. That's unfortunate. But the main part of my desk is what I'm using. It's like the other side piece that would go over here, I think, so that I have options of space to work. But yeah, it'll be really nice once we actually have that, because right now I don't want to move my desk to where it's going to actually going to be placed until I get that other piece done, because I'm just sitting in exactly the middle of the room right now. But I thought if I moved it into position, then it would be harder to put together. So yeah, it's a little awkward in here, but we're making it work. Also, I don't know how much of my life y'all really want to know about, but this, the room that I'm in now, that is my office. It looks kind of small in here because right now it's just like a big green empty space. But this is actually the room that Chad and I lived in for the first little bit of living in this house while we completely redid our master bedroom. So this was the second room that I completely redid. Well, not really the second room. I did most of the downstairs. I still have 2 other bedrooms to redo, a few bathrooms to redo. There's a lot going on, guys. There is a lot going on here. Yeah, it never ends. Anyway, hello from East Tennessee. Glad you're on here. I love Tennessee, especially East Tennessee. I got family in West Tennessee, but East Tennessee is somewhere I could see myself if we were ever to move. Probably East Tennessee. Very nice. And Middle Tennessee. What's up? Everybody's on here tonight. Anybody from West Tennessee on here? We got Louisiana. I think we got a few Louisiana people on here. The at-home store in Noonan has chairs. I might have to check those out because then I can at least sit in them. But I know that I like Secret Labs now, and they have one chair that I've had my eye on for a little while, even though it would definitely be a splurge. So anyway, I use my couch with my laptop on the coffee table. That's actually 99% of the time, if I'm working, I'm on the couch, and I love it. And that probably won't change. There's a really big chair that's like a couch chair that I'm probably gonna put in this corner right over here. It really looks a lot smaller in here on this camera than it is in real life. Anyway, but I will probably get that, and then I'll have a TV in here somewhere. Because number one, I love having noise. Even I don't watch a whole lot of TV, but I always have something playing. Just because I love background noise. Right now, I've been on an Alone kick because they just dropped the 8th season on Netflix, and already finished that. But then I found out that all of the seasons, all 8 seasons, well, at least all the first 7 seasons are on Hulu. So I've been going back and watching Alone again because I'm just absolutely obsessed with that show. Anybody else love that show? Anybody? Anyway, I was reading and then I got distracted. Sportsman's Guides has some nice deer stand swivel chairs that double as good office chairs. Interesting. That's interesting. We actually, well, sometimes my dad and I typically hunt together in the fall. Every now and then he'll go out without me. I actually have never been out without him. That's interesting to think about. Anyway, usually we hunt together, and that doesn't always mean that we hunt in the same spot. A lot of times we will hunt either in the same stand together, or we'll hunt like in different areas but along the same line, just so we, obviously are shooting in safe directions and whatnot. But he, a lot of times, if he's on the, sometimes he'll be on the ground and I'll be in the stand, but we'll be on that same line. And he's got a really nice swivel chair that he loves to hunt from. I don't know where he got it from though. I think he may have just picked it up at Academy, but it works really well. But he always gets on to me about being very careful when handling his chair, because if it gets a squeak, it means he has to buy a new one. So I could not hunt in this chair because it is very squeaky. I actually think that Chad is trying to pawn this chair off on me, so that he can get himself a new chair, but I don't think that's going to happen. Mostly because the squeak is killing me right now. But anyway, um, treat yourself. Yeah, I think I might. Clay Carpenter, what's up? Glad you're on here. Charlie, make room for the rabbits. So that's funny that you say that, because I actually have an old TV cabinet, from like when TVs were inside of cabinets and they weren't flat. I'm sure that some of y'all are familiar with what I'm saying. But I actually have an old TV cabinet that I've been using as a piece of furniture. And at one point, I thought I was going to redo it for a cat, but we don't have a cat inside anymore in my life. I actually have had this piece of furniture since I was a teenager. Anyway, I am decking it out for Dixie and all of her goat guns. She's going to have her little own gun bunny room in this TV cabinet. So that's absolutely happening. Hey, Adam Hootie Who's on here. What's up? Happy Tuesday. Do you like Longmire? Yes, absolutely. Did you have time to look at the Star Trek model pictures? I didn't see them. I don't know. How did you send those to me? Randy, Alone season 3. I have not. So I'm trying to remember back, because I know I watched season 1 and 2. I somehow completely missed season 4 at all and didn't realize that they did like a duo edition of Alone, which is going to be really interesting because, like I said, I just totally missed it. So yeah. I got distracted because I saw comments pop up. But yeah, I have a lot to catch up on with Alone, and I'm absolutely excited that they have it on Hulu right now. So um Jamie, thank you so much for being on here, and thank you for the good luck wishes. Yeah, I'm trying. I do have exciting news though. I do finally have like a whole bunch of videos that are going to be dropping soon. I've had a little bit of time to edit them, so we're about to get back into actually posting videos outside of just listening to me ramble every Tuesday. So I don't know how many of y'all will love that. I will continue to ramble on Tuesdays, but there will actually be video content. I've got a couple of things to review. Maybe some of the show and tell items we'll go through, and I'll make actual videos about what they are and what they do and what we can use them for. But yeah, anyway, you sent them to me via message. I will on Twitter. Is that what we talked about? I'll have to go check there. Patrick, I am doing great. It is, well, I was about to say it's been a happy Tuesday, but then I was kind of thinking about it, and it's been a weird Tuesday. I had to go to the doctor this morning, and it was one of those ones where you have to like fast before you go in. And then they took almost 2 hours to actually see me. So by the time the doctor saw me, my stomach was growling too loud for them to actually like check me up or whatever. But it ended with Chick-fil-A and a milkshake, so I can't really complain, right? Can't really complain. Except I will say that my favorite people that take blood are not with that doctor's office anymore. So that makes me sad, because I don't know. When you find somebody that can take blood really well and doesn't like bruise you up, they are keepers. JC, I am so sorry that you're having trouble hearing me. It's probably my audio, because I'm in an empty room and it's really, really echoey in here. So my next step for this room is getting an actual mic to hook up to this sucker. And yeah, hopefully next Tuesday will be a little bit better on the audio side. I'll have some more furniture and stuff in this big empty room, and maybe something for you to look at outside of this green wall. We love the rambling. I'm so glad you do. I think everybody else in my life probably doesn't love all of my rambling, because truthfully, it can probably be a lot sometimes. But it is what it is. Oh, Bill, you recognize the floor model console television? Yeah, that's what this is. I actually have one that I haven't done anything with yet that still has a TV in it, but I think if you plug it in and you like move the antenna around, you can still see like this much of something playing on the TV, and then the rest is static. But it's like a treasure now, right? You can't really get rid of it. It's at least a classic. Randy, thanks for being on here. Sorry that you weren't able to hear very much tonight. But thanks for being on here and thanks for bearing with me since I was like 30 minutes late to my own chat and then a couple minutes later than what I said I was going to be. Oh, wait. Sorry. I got y'all confused. I got Randy and JC confused. Anyway. Hey, that's really fun though that some of y'all that there's like crossover between YouTube channels here. That's awesome. Anyway, so we'll get into it. We'll start talking about things. Maybe we'll start the show and tell here in a second. But yeah, so first major update. I'm in my office. So excited. I've been telling y'all that I would have an office, I think since April. So we're almost to August here, and I finally do. And the exciting part will be actually decorating. I got to figure out some like shelves in here. Like I said, TV, chair, or something over here. And then this will be my first addition to some sort of decor. I don't know if it'll go on a shelf or prop it up on my desk or something, but this is a dinosaur footprint, if you can't tell. And obviously, by the shape of it, it is a cousin to a T-Rex. I think it's an oh no. Glenn Fleming would be rolling his eyes with embarrassment if he heard me trying to pronounce this, but it's like an Acrocanthosaurus, I think, something like that. I should have looked at the spelling so I could have sounded it out before I got on here. But yes, it's beautiful. And this dinosaur, this beast, actually used to walk around in Texas at Drive Tanks. Glenn made the mold. I'm obsessed with it. He had an extra one when I was out there in February and told me I could take it home. So I love it. But yeah, I think this is gonna look great in my office. So the first decoration, we're here. If y'all have any other great decoration ideas, y'all will have to let me know. I know that I told y'all that I was collecting those Dr. Pepper cans, and I still haven't gotten all 7 of them. But I was trying to figure out what I actually want to do with them, if I want to try to keep them full or if I want to do like a taste testing, because they've got some funky flavors in these Dr. Pepper cans. So maybe we do that one night on live. I don't know. Try all these weird Dr. Pepper cans. Full disclosure, if I don't like something, I make really weird faces. So you should put all your Hooters stashes in there somewhere. So right now, Bill, well, I'll give a backstory first for anybody that doesn't know. So for those of you who don't know, I worked at Hooters for a little over 9 years, almost 10. Absolutely love my time there. It is largely a part of who I am today as far as like actually being able to communicate with people, because I was painfully shy when I started working there. But it was a great way to get out of your shell, because can't really be a shy Hooters girl. It doesn't work well. Definitely wouldn't lead to much tips. But anyway, so I worked there for a long time. Part of working at Hooters meant that I got into pageants and calendar. I was in calendar either 6 or 7 years. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 7 years. I was in Hooters calendar 7 years. And I did pageants for most of those years. Well, actually, I think I did pageants longer than that. Anyway, and I went to the international pageant in 2018. So a lot of time with Hooters, a lot of orange shorts, a lot of sashes. And anyway, so that's what that's what Bill was referencing is with my sashes. I've got a few Miss Hooters, a few Calendar Girl sashes, a few fan favorite sashes, but I do have them hanging up in my closet right now. And I actually have a whole box full of Hooters memorabilia that I've collected since 2011. I got to figure out what to do with all of that. We still have tube TVs for video game. Hey, that's pretty cool. Wow, a bunch of comments just came through. One of these days, I'm going to figure out how to work this chat section. But today is not the day. All right. Here's a decoration idea, couch made of stacked ammo crates and bayonets on the wall. I like it. I like that a lot, actually. Right now, I use ammo crates. So, backstory on that, too. Our house is far from decorated by any means and still largely under construction in a lot of areas. So, there's some areas where we have neglected to decorate and really just not, we're using like hand me down furniture and didn't want to get anything really nice until we were done with all the decor because I don't know if y'all know this, but drywall dust gets everywhere. I actually think most of y'all probably know this. It gets everywhere and you can't get it out. So, in our downstairs, I've got a two-story house. In our downstairs, that's where our living room is. And I use ammo crates right now for the TV and for the coffee table. Actually, I've got a really large ammo crate that I use for the coffee table, and I love it. I love it. If we actually do ever get a different coffee table, it'll probably be a similar look because I just love the way this ammo crate looks. It's so worn out and like just a really fun color. I don't know. I like it. I like the way it looks. Some of the ammo crates, I actually got all of the ammo crates as decor for my wedding. The way we had it set up, I had the Jeep in a corner, like as you were entering the venue. So you're walking past the Jeep. If you know what I'm talking about, the Jeep, I think I posted it several times, at least on the community channel here. But if not, it's all over my Instagram. My dad and I fixed up a Jeep for me to ride away in. So that was placed right outside the venue. And then there was ammo crates like stacked up beside it. To where you could leave gifts or whatever as you're entering. But it also had like a lantern and some. Oh man, I just got thirsty. It also had a howitzer shell, 105 millimeter, and that had flowers coming out of it. But I just love the way it looked, the way it all came together. Where if you just thought it was a rustic look, it was just a rustic look. But if you knew, you knew that those are ammo crates and that's a howitzer shell. And I loved it. Anyway, but yeah, so that is right up my alley. I could definitely see myself having some sort of fun ammo crate, something or another in here. Anyway, decor idea, like it, like it. Common Sense Defense, what's up? Glad you're on here. Charlie, lots of podcasters use dedicated sound panels for walls. Yeah, I guess they probably do so that sound doesn't bounce. I think that once I get furniture in here, it'll be a lot nicer. Plus, I don't know where I would put sound panels. Or maybe I could do like a patch wall or something. Maybe that would help it. Speaking of calendars, you signed one of mine and I always thought that was cool. Hey, that's awesome. I'm glad I got to do that. Glad to see you live to be able to chat and all. Too many seem pretty awesome in multiple. Sorry, I'm having trouble reading. Sometimes reading's hard, guys. Anyway, thank you for being on here and I don't know if I'm actually awesome, but I'm glad that somebody thinks I am. For the most part, I think I'm just a goof. Okay, so y'all are ready for show and tell. Sunny Delight, we're gonna do this as soon as I finish reading the rest of the comments. I'm looking at Galotech wall for my office game room. I need to talk. Wow, I need to do a big order with Galotech. I can't tell you why yet, but hopefully there's a big project that I am thinking of Galotech for, and it's going to be really great. Yes, the crate table, same here. Hey, that's awesome. Somebody else likes the same style. Anyway, okay, well, let's do show and tell. So first item was my dinosaur footprint, which is pretty cool. And then since I saw y'all last time, I was in Myrtle Beach, back home now. Right before that, though, is when I got stung by all those yellow jackets. And then I just wasn't really feeling great for a couple of days. So I don't know how that works for y'all, but for me, it meant that I was scrolling through social media quite a bit. And that led me to a couple of well-known knife brand websites. And that led me to some shopping. So I got a package. A package was here waiting for me when I got back from Myrtle Beach Wednesday night. And it's been a crazy week, so I haven't opened everything, but I did open a couple of things. So item number 1, I got a new knife, and it's beautiful. I'm I don't really know what to say other than that it's absolutely beautiful, and it has been my carry knife since I opened it. Plus, I just love the way it flips open, but it's absolutely beautiful, and it's like a copper on this side, so it just looks like a bunch of mashed up pennies. But this is SOG or SOG. I don't know how most people say it, but I've always just said SOG. But I love it. Show and tell item number one, and I might actually just need to use this for the rest of the show and tell items, but we can see them before we open them because Cold Steel puts them on the box. I don't really know how to knife model. I'm so used to holding up guns that it's like, but this is really fun. So I've got a couple of big trips coming up, and a few of them require, or they don't require, but I wanted like a really good fixed blade hunting knife, something. Each area is different for like what you can have. So anyway, I went shopping. I got quite a few things. Some of these are a little expensive. Some of these are lighter weight, not so expensive, but good like multi-use knives. Yeah, anyway, so we'll open this one up. This is Razor Tech 5-inch blade. Knife's already open. I'm so excited. Hello, beautiful. This one, I just saw it on their website and I was obsessed with it from the second that I saw it. Y'all let me know what you think. I don't know how technical you want to be about knives either. So if that's something that anyone's interested in, I have never ever done a knife review, but I know somebody that does really good ones, another female creator on here. But yeah, so item number two, this was from Cold Steel. I actually do have a discount at Cold Steel too. If anybody is ever shopping, please let me know. It doesn't really do anything for me. It just is something great that I can share with y'all. So let me know. But anyway, yeah, knife number two, Razor Tech 5-inch blade. Absolutely love this one. Chad saw the box because when I opened the box, the knives were all in there. And I think he's going to try to steal that one from me, but we will see how that goes. Unless he tries to pawn this chair off and take my knife instead. Anyway, okay, so y'all let me know while I pull out the next one. Do you want to see SOG or Cold Steel? Too bad there's not like things we can use, or y'all can do like emojis or something. Anyway, SOG or Cold Steel next. I'm gonna get some water for a second. It's a big cup of water. All right. Well, I got somebody voting Cold Steel, so we can do that one next. That's what we'll do. Oh, I guess I need my trusty little knife. Here we go. Okay, so this is a Fenhawk, and I got the green one because I love green. I think they had an orange, like a Hunter's orange one too. It says the sizes and everything online. I don't know why I thought this was going to be bigger, but I love this, and it's super lightweight, and I'm almost wondering if it would float. Just because of the way or at least not sink very fast if you were to drop it. I'm not planning on dropping it in anything, but it feels like the way the handle is, it almost feels like it would float. But I just thought this one would be something good to have with me in the woods. Fixed blade, lightweight, very lightweight. I think it's like 5 ounces. Yeah, 5.1 ounces, and beautiful, and not very expensive. So if I were to drop it and it doesn't float, then at least it wasn't that expensive. But yeah, Cold Steel number two. That's only 2 Cold Steel things I left the internet with on my shopping spree, but very happy. We were trying to figure out too, I've never been out of the country, and I do have a trip to Africa coming up. And it is a hunting trip. So I was trying to figure out, like, obviously legality of things, what you can and can't have. I was reading that there is like I can't remember how many centimeters it was, but it comes out to like 3 inches and almost 4 inches, but not quite 4 inches. So I was trying to figure out what I can have, or if you can have a larger knife if you're out there hunting. So anyway, that's also kind of why the shopping spree happened. And then this, the Fenhawk. Oh, that sticks really good. The Fenhawk is right at 4 inches for the blade. Yeah, anyway, item number 2, or item number 3 technically, since this little beauty was item number 1. So anyway, to continue, this one I am particularly excited about. This one I did not know that I wanted, and I did not know that I needed, but the second I saw it on the website, I both wanted and needed it, and that's a real thing. So we splurged. Rachel splurged. This is why I can't treat myself to a chair, because I splurged all my chair money on knives. Anyway, that's all right. Here we go. It's beautiful. Oh, guys. It's beautiful. I don't know why. I gotta make sure this doesn't fall out of here. I don't know why, but this just makes me think about Dinosaur, and it makes me think about my office, and it's just probably the most beautiful knife that I've ever opened. Ever, I think. I love this. So you know what? I'll say this on the internet right now. If Chad tries to steal one of my knives, I will happily let him have this one, as long as he doesn't touch this one, because this is mine. This one is mine. Hello, beautiful. Yeah, I feel like this is absolutely my dinosaur hunting knife from now on. If they also had one of these in even a larger size, like I want this in every different variation of a knife. I'm obsessed. I'm sorry, my enthusiasm is being translated into staring awkwardly at one of my new knives, and I'm excited. There's a big box for a small knife. I think online it talks about this being a presentation box, and this is absolutely a beautiful presentation. I just put the knife back in there so we can look at it again. I'm holding it, but it's not gonna fall out of here. Anyway, it's beautiful. It also comes with, at least I hope it does. Oh yes, its own sheath. And I like this. I'm very, very excited about this. Oh yeah, look at that, very snappy. And this will match my backpack. This might be my favorite purchase so far. I'm really excited about this, guys. I'm really excited about this. And it just has it's very well balanced. It just feels good all the way around. USA made. This is the Pillar SOG or SOG, however you want to say it, however you feel like saying it. Pillar. It's beautiful. It might be my new favorite knife. I think it's my new favorite knife. Truthfully, guys, I was so excited about this little fella. And they're totally different categories, right? They're totally different categories. But I am obsessed with this, the Pillar. And this one, they have this in other colors too. This is the FDE. I'm really glad I got an FDE. It's absolutely beautiful. And they're right. On the website, it says it makes the blade pop. It makes the blade pop. It's beautiful. And it's mine. And I'm so excited. Okay, cool. So I don't know what y'all are saying in the comments. So I'm going to read some of these before we continue on with show and tell. Some of the rest of show and tell is show and tell and stories. And I don't know, just exciting stuff. So anyway, I thought it was bigger. Yeah, okay, I can kind of see how this is a pretty large box. This is a pretty large box for this knife. Yeah, I feel that. But I'm not disappointed at all. The contents make up for the emptiness of the box. Okay, so I'm kind of glad you're liking the knife stuff. I don't know how into the knife world any of y'all are. I don't want to say I'm relatively new to it. Maybe the technical side of things, yes, but I have a variety of knives, sharp things. I do collect those as well. I feel like I am very susceptible to collecting a lot of things, and I don't know if that means I'm a hoarder because I do collect rocks and I collect pine cones and I collect knives and I collect firearms. I don't know. Um, yeah, that seems like a slippery slope. I could be a hoarder. I'm not sure. Um, anyway, are you going to get any throwing knives? Okay, so I have some throwing knives. I actually had slog throwing knives. That was years ago though. I don't know what happened to those. But yes, so I don't know how many of y'all have been following along the journey, but we have a range finished. And I'm really excited to be sharing some of that content with y'all because the range is officially done. They put that sucker together in like 3 days. And along with that, it backs up to a little bit of thick woods, but it's really like a couple of really nice large trees. And then just a lot of undergrowth. So I'm gonna clean out all of that under there, and then I'm gonna make 2 lanes, one that I can do some archery stuff with, and one that I can throw my knives at. So that's coming. I'm very excited about that. My sister and I have been talking about putting together something to throw knives at for something like 6 months now. We've been talking about doing that, and we just went on an adventure down to Indian Springs State Park in Georgia, and she knows several of the staff members there, and they just had a big tree fall. So I think we're gonna go snag a couple of those cuttings and turn that into something to throw knives at. So maybe a few of those, maybe all of them. I don't know. We'll see how many we can actually lift up and how many can fit in my Tacoma. Anyway. All right. Anyway, so yes, throwing knives. I love it. I have a couple of videos throwing the little SOG knives. It's kind of old video, but I was like trying to get Kayla, if any of y'all know her, I was trying to get her to dance with me. So anyway, it was a fun video though. But yeah, I throw a little bit of knives, and I've been to a couple of axe throwing places. I am not the best with throwing axes, but I'm sure that once we have a spot, I can learn, right? So it would be fun. Colton, you are definitely not the only one that likes to collect those kinds of things. Not at all. Jake, I'm so glad you think the range looks good. I could not be happier with the way it turned out. I honestly thought that it was going to be a little bit smaller. Like in my head, it was smaller, but I should have known that we don't do anything small around here. So by the end of day 1, they had started piling up some dirt on one side, and I was like, oh shoot, this is going to be huge. Right now it's like 25 by 30 yards, I think is the guesstimate measurement. But once I clear a little bit of that woods out, I can easily get 50 yards, maybe depending on how far back the creek is, maybe even longer than that. But that'll be amazing, especially for being able to run out and shoot a video or test fire or something, especially since we have all sorts of crazy projects pop up in our head. I don't have to pack up, drive 30 minutes, unload, try to wait for somebody to get off the range. I don't have to share anymore. I can just do it. It's going to be so great. Jathan, you have more bayonets than knives. That's awesome. That is awesome. Pew, 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 daily range shoots. Yeah, literally, I can just walk outside and like breathe a little fresh air, shoot a little bit over here, have a wonderful day. I like to think that I'm in general a pretty happy person, but I definitely think that now that I can go off and blow a little bit of steam into a legitimate, very large berm, it's going to make me even happier. So I love it. Okay, so more show and tell. This might not be as fun as a knife, but to me it's pretty exciting. We've talked a little bit about gym life on here. I will let you know, for any of y'all that were on here last week and heard about my incident trying to jump rope, I have not had any incidents like that since that one. So everything has been very normal at the gym. I've not embarrassed myself in any way, but I did get new ears. Okay, so pretty exciting. Walkers. I've been using Walkers Ear Pro for probably since 2016, longer than that really, but we've had some like really old janky Ear Pro from a zillion years ago that had like foam and stuff falling out of them. That's kind of what I grew up using. And that's okay. Occasionally it was walkers, or I had some like molded ears that I loved, but I put them in the washing machine a few times and the dryer even more than that. So anyway, yeah, those don't fit anymore. But I've been using walkers for a really long time. I was looking back at some of my videos from Knob Creek from like 2016, 2015. Big fan of walkers. I have multiple different pairs and types of their hearing now, and this stuff just came out. So this is their ATAX sports ear. So I got these specifically for using at the gym, but the beauty of them is that I can also use them at the range. It's multi-use, so I love it. It'll also help me. All right, I told you all about my jump roping incident, but I have not told you all about my gym complaints. And I love it. I'm not gonna really complain about people wanting to, live a healthy lifestyle and go to the gym and whatnot. But right now, at the gym that I'm at, it's like one of two options where I live, one of two options. And it's the only one that's 24 hours. So if I happen to go an hour later than I'm used to going, it's terrible. The music is terrible. The people, bless them, love that they're going to the gym, but it's like a huge group of teenagers and they're everywhere. They're spread all over the place. And instead of like walking over to talk to each other, they yell at each other, or they bring speakers, their own speakers into the gym, and this person's got a speaker and this group's got a speaker. And so you're listening to the gym speaker, two other people's speakers, and then the people that have their headphones in that are singing. So these are going to change my life. And maybe it'll help me be more coordinated and I won't ever have another jump roping incident ever. At least that's what I'm going to choose to think. But yeah, anyway, so I'm pretty excited about these. I know it's not quite as like exciting, but I'm very legitimately excited to try these out. I did already open them and I tested them out, and I actually made sure they're charged. So very exciting. Anyway, I use Walker Electronic Ear Pro and love them. That's awesome. Have you tried the walkie-talkie features for the Razors? I don't know if that's the electronic ears you're talking about, but game changer. I also have, they're not passive, but they're not, well, they are Bluetooth. I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to think to say. Anyway, I have another pair of theirs that is Bluetooth, but it's not, I don't know what it's not. Anyway, I use them for cutting the grass and I love them. And they've got a little speaker here. So like if somebody does call while I'm using it, I can talk into the speaker through them. And it just makes me feel like I'm a pilot, even though I'm just cutting the grass, but I love it. Anyway, okay, so show and tell. What else can we show and tell? Okay, so really the rest of this is like hats and stuff, but what is not in the box is exciting. So mail call from my sweet friends at CMMG. I got a little gear package. And then what is not in here? Oh shoot. How did I miss that this was snacks? I thought this was all like clothing. I just opened this thinking it was like a cup or something, and it's snacks. I can't actually smell it through that, but I thought I could. Well, how freaking cool. Peppered snack pack. Okay, well, I thought this was just gonna be shirts and stuff to share, and then tell you all about the really cool thing that's not in this box that came in after almost a year of waiting. Anyway, so they were very sweet. They actually sent myself and my dad a shirt, which is awesome. Love CMMG. Been big fans of their products forever. Fun story on that too. This year is their 20th anniversary, which is incredible. Very excited for them. And it's right around my actual anniversary too, which will be year 2 for me. But yeah, guys, this is a really good find. I am definitely going to be I need my own snack area in this office and maybe my own microwave so I never have to leave this room again. I'm like fully moving in here. Also, this is the only room in this house aside from the master bedroom that has a walk-in closet. So pretty cool. I got lots of space in here. Anyway, but yeah, we got shirts and hats. And then what's not in this box that we were on back order for almost a year is a very special little piece that we needed to complete the Star Wars Blaster project. There we go. Words can be hard. For the most part, I feel like I haven't really stuttered that much tonight. And I don't know, maybe it's a new office vibe. I don't know. But I'm still having trouble completing thoughts. So my brain is just a scary place, guys. But yeah, anyway, the Star Wars Blaster project is about to be complete. I don't know the timeline on when we will finish getting everything installed on it. But be on the lookout because this is going to be really fun. Really fun. And I can't say too much. I can't say too much about it because it's going to be a good video. But I am very excited about it. This piece was sought after from CMMG and it's finally here. I will definitely try to get it done before their 20th anniversary because I think that might be a fun video to be able to show them. But anyway, so as far as show and tell goes, there's actually a whole nother box that I did not drag up here because I was already late. So I may save some of that for next week. But for the most part, like all the sharp things I brought up here for show and tell. I did order a few game cameras because, well, number one, deer are finally showing up at my parents again, which means we want to monitor them and see who they are, what they are, how they are, what they look like, and yeah. Anyway, so I got a couple of game cameras and a bunch of food. So we're gonna try to get a good idea of like how many deer are actually out there now. For years, we never saw deer or squirrels, thanks to the previous owner, because I think he hunted that place dry. But anyway, that'll be fun to just keep track of it. Right now, we use game cameras. I don't know if y'all have seen how many deer we have around here. It's wild. There's actually been 2 little bucks that have been coming by every single day, and they don't run, right? They just chill. Like a lot of times they'll be sleeping right beside. I have I'm gonna call the plants by their actual names. I have 3 little osmanthuses that are right beside the driveway, and I just call them Aussies because that's their names. All 3 of them are named that now. But the deer like to sleep right behind them, and then if I'm going to my truck or something, they just look at me like, "Hey, I'm sleeping over here. Don't bother me." Anyway, but it's really fun. Like I'll go out on the porch and I'll just talk to them. And as long as they don't eat my plants I'm planting, we are good. They can hang out as much as they want to. So yeah, anyway. Chad also let me know that while I was at the doctor today, there was a huge group of deer that came through, and he said it was a much, much, much bigger, more mature buck and some really good-looking ladies. So I have not seen that guy yet, but I'm very curious to maybe get him on camera. I'm sorry, I was reading comments. Oh, Josiah, yeah, you have the razors, but you haven't used the walkie-talkie. You have tried the Bluetooth. Well, okay, so at some point you should definitely try the walkie-talkies. I have, I'm torn. I don't know if I want to go the regular Razer walkie-talkies or the FireMax walkie-talkie version, but I definitely want the walkie-talkies, and I have tried them. I tried the Razer at a Battle Buddy 3-gun match last year, and that was awesome. Winchester, thank you for being on here. Hope you have a great night. Oh shoot, it's already 11:30. I know I started late, so I can't really say oh shoot. But I probably will wrap things up so far. Or I was reading a comment as I was talking, and I finished saying what the rest of the comment said. Favorite gun of 2022 so far? Are you talking about gun of the days that I posted or guns that I've gotten to shoot in 2022? Because that's hard. Oh shoot, that's gonna be a hard one. Josiah, if you do try it, and I don't know if you order them online or not, but if you do, I think I have a code that'll get 30% off. I can check that and just let me know if you would like that or not. Or I'll just tell you, it's rapid fire. I'm pretty sure it gets 30% off at Walker's and Cold Steel, but I need to double check that. So if it does, I'll put it in the little bio information description of this video. Yeah, Rapid Fire should get 30% off for you. I've been using them so long. They were so sweet and kind to give me a discount that I can give y'all. And like I said, it doesn't get me anything back, but it's nice to be able to give something to y'all to use, especially for products. Like 30% is a chunk of a discount, especially for some of these knives. Anyway, yeah, so I ran out of show and tell. I actually thought I had more, but I am excited about this. If I didn't already brush my teeth, I would probably be eating these right now. Anyway, so I guess let me ask y'all, what did y'all do since last Tuesday? Anybody got exciting updates before we wrap this up? I'd love to hear about them. If not, then I will once again say that hopefully our website for the All-American Machine Gun Shoot and Gun Show is going to be live this week. I know I've been saying that since literally April, but I actually got to take a sneak peek at it today, and it is 99.98% done. All the functions were working so far, and I think the only thing that we needed to change was adding a couple of logos for companies that have already committed as sponsors. So all my fingers are crossed and my toes that my website for All American Machine Gun Shoot and Gun Show is going to be live this week, guys. This is going to be so exciting because guess what? I think we are 80 days away from the machine gun shoot, and that is, again, the most exciting and terrifying thing that I've ever done in my life. But I'm very excited, and I hope that as many of you want to come can actually be there. It's in Greenville, South Carolina, or just south of Greenville, South Carolina. And I can't wait to start announcing a couple of the sponsors that we've secured so far, as well as all the others that come on, but it's pretty wild so far. I'm also absolutely loving hearing from all the machine gunners that we used to see out at the creek. There are several that are going to be returning for this year's. My dad will also have a spot on the line and have some of his bigger, louder machine guns out there to put on a show. But it'll be absolutely amazing time. And yeah, anyway, that's my biggest update on that is I keep saying it, website's coming. I said it about my office too, though. So now you know that I'm in this office, that I legitimately mean these things when I say them, even though they always take longer than I think they will. But in the meantime, if any of you are interested in being at the machine gun shoot, please let me know. Feel free, email me, message me, ask me questions. I will answer everything as best I can. But we are just very excited to be out there and put something on to fill a void that Knob Creek left when they canceled their event after 50 years. So I don't blame them. It was a long time, but I'm definitely glad that something can be pulled together because it was such a special thing and I think really important to be around. So James, I'm so glad that you show your daughter my videos. That's really special to me that you would say that. And thank you for watching and supporting. Colton, I don't think you'll be able to come this year because of work, but exciting. Thank you. You know what? We're planning to do this more than 1 year. So maybe if you can't come this year, you'll be there next year. We're shooting to make this a multi-year event, just like, or, continued on just like the Creek did. So definitely not want to do just a single event. Are you going to do the match and post vids? Wait, what match? Which match? Anyway, Bill, you were in Atlanta and didn't tell me? Actually, I think you told me about that after, but I had been in Myrtle Beach. Thinking that eventually everyone will move to Brighteon? How do you say that? Somebody want to sound that one out for me? Or Parlor. I think YouTube and Google is dead. We shall see. Okay, so Common Sense Defense, Knob Creek. I did used to do the match every year, twice a year for as many years as I was at the Creek. I was there for 10 years, or I'd gone for 10 years, but I didn't start doing the match until, shoot. I can't remember which one was the first I recorded. It might have been like 2015 was the first one I recorded, but some of the other ones that we we're just having fun, and it was pre-video and all this. Anyway, so what we're doing is called All American Machine Gun Shoot, and we're trying to fill a void that Knob Creek left after canceling, but we are working to have a subgun match. I've got a couple of meetings about that this week. Just trying to get that pulled together, because to me, it is very important to not only have the machine gunner aspect at All American, but it's also important to have the match side and some side matches. So working to get as much to do as possible at this event. And like I said, I've got a couple of sponsors that I cannot wait to announce, but gonna hold on to that just a little bit longer. Anyway, but yes, so if I can pull off the getting a subgun match together, I will absolutely be recording it. Depending on how things go, I'll likely have to either do it really early Friday morning, like at the actual event, or I may do it right after setup Thursday. So usually we would announce match times and like let people come watch if my dad and I were competing. So anyway, I would love to see if your dad has an MG42. I don't want to say anything, but I may have access to an MG42. Think you might do Port Malabar next winter. I need to get my butt up there myself. Okay, so as if there aren't 1,010 things to do this fall, Battle Buddy 3 Gun is actually going down to Port Malabar. I think it's the first. I need to double check. I think it's the weekend right before All American Machine Gun Shoot. So their events kind of like almost bump into mine. If I can at all pull it off, I'm going to be at Port Malabar for Battle Buddy 3 Gun the weekend right before the machine gun shoot. Just because I love going down there. I love their range. I love all the guys that put on the events down there. And I was really happy to be able to connect Battle Buddy with Port Malabar. So yeah, you absolutely need to get your butt down there or up there. I don't know where you're at, but up or down. And so do I. But yeah, we truthfully would try to get down there in the cooler months of the year just because it is so daggum hot. We did a June match one year, and like to kill us. And last year I actually did, I went down for Battle Buddies 3 Gun match, and it was that last week in August. It was so hot, and I loved every minute of it. But for the amount of time that we were running and gunning, I thought I was going to die. And I had a lot of coffee and I had a lot of water, but it was so daggum hot. Yeah, so I'm glad that they pushed it off a little bit later in the fall. I'm sure it's still going to be warm down there in October, but I love going down there. So yeah, if I can make it at all, I'll be down there. You'd love to come to the shoot, but you already made plans to go to the Cody Firearm Museum in Wyoming. Hey, I don't blame you. That is going to be an amazing experience. I actually haven't been there myself, but it is very high on my list to visit. So that's okay. You'll miss it this year, but maybe you can make it next year. Oh, I just burped. Excuse me. That snuck out of nowhere. Anyway, well, if any of y'all have any other questions or anything else you want to like throw out there really quick, let me know. If not, I think I'm going to wrap things up for tonight. Because if not, then I will keep rambling about things and stuff and things. But yeah, so welcome to my office and my squeaky chair. Hopefully y'all get used to seeing this place from now on. And hopefully week by week, we will have a little bit more decor going on in here. But it feels good to be sitting up here. I feel like there was one other question that somebody asked that I totally missed, and I didn't mean to. Rachel, my cousin burps a lot, and she's 60. Oh, man. In my younger days, I used to belch like a dude, but I've tried to put that behind me, be a little more ladylike as I get older, so... Your office needs some swag. Yes, it does desperately. I actually still need to do one more coat of paint on the roof or on the ceiling in here. So I'm waiting to completely deck it out until I do that. And I need to vacuum because all of this furniture came in styrofoam, and I hate styrofoam. But there's like little styrofoam beads all over the ground right now. It's terrible. Any other shooting events coming up? Yeah, quite a bit actually. Where's the first one? There are shooting events coming up. I'm just drawing a blank on them, so maybe we can talk about more of those next week. But yeah, there's quite a few things coming up. Anyway, well, I'm going to cut it off here, guys. Thank you so much for being on here. Happy Tuesday. Glad you're here. Glad we're in the new office. Glad we got to play with sharp things and stuff. I don't know how I'm going to top this show and tell because I can't show and tell firearms, but and I can't. My wallet can't afford to continue to show knives all the time, so, or buy knives all the time. So I don't know. We'll have to figure out some more show and tells. I do get a lot of random packages sometimes, so maybe we can do some like some of that sometimes too. I don't know. Y'all let me know what you want to see. There is something that's coming before next week. I'm getting distracted and excited all at the same time. There is a couple of things that are coming in this week before next week, so maybe we'll do another show and tell next week. But anyway, thanks so much for being on here. Happy Tuesday. Have a great night, and I will see y'all next week. Check you later.